This recording will be made available in an accessible alternative format upon request. If you require captioning, transcription, or other communication services to access this webinar, please contact the Disability Resource Center, DRC, at the following address, drc@snhu.edu, or call them at 877-591-4723, option 4. This video is going to aid you in the Module 7 assignment, specifically the ARR portion of this project. While it appears straightforward and simple, there are some backdoor calculations that you need to make before you can conduct the ARR. So let me first remind you that the accounting rate of return formula is going to be our average annual operating income divided by our average amount invested. So as you can see, we're looking for averages here. So this is where the calculations come into play. So here is a straightforward formula template for you that will help you in preparing your assignment this week. First, we're going to look at our total net cash inflows during operating life of the asset. Then we're going to subtract our total depreciation during the operating life. So again, that's going to be our cost minus our residual value, if there is any. That's going to give us our total operating income for the operating life. Then we're going to divide that by the asset's operating life in years. This number is going to be our average operating income, right, from assets. So this is just a further example. So if we have an asset that's going to have a cash inflow of $60,000 per year for 6 years, our total inflow is $360,000. Less our depreciation, and there's no residual value, so we're depreciating the full value of the asset of $240,000. So this then becomes our total operating income. We're then going to divide that by the operating life in years, and that is going to give us our average annual operating income for this asset. So our average amount invested is going to be our amount invested plus any residual value divided by 2. So since this asset did not have any residual value, the amount invested was $240,000, and I'm going to divide that by 2. So I'm going to have an average amount invested of $120,000. So I am now going to take the $20,000 that we calculated for the average annual inflows, and then I'm going to divide it by my average amount invested, giving me 0.167, knowing that I need to move my decimal place 2 places to the right, so my ARR is 16.7%. So as you look at your assignment for this week, please make sure that you use this formula so that you can accurately get the number that you need. I have displayed an example on here from your homework, reminding you though that your numbers may not be the same. So for this one, we have an expected inflow of $462,000 for 8 years. So I'm going to multiply that out, and I'm going to have $3,696,000. As I walk myself through that template, I'm going to take into consideration my depreciation. There's no residual value. I'm going to divide that then by my operating life of 8 years. My average annual operating income then is $230,750. I am taking that amount straight to my average annual operating income for my problem. My average amount invested, again, there is no residual value, so I'm going to take my $1,850,000 and I'm simply going to divide that by 2. And I'm going to enter my $925,000 under average amount invested to get my ARR of 24.9%. So I hope that this video has been helpful in walking you through the ARR problem.